everyone, this is Sabrina. Welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad that you're here. Thank you for taking the time to watch my video. So I promised you guys a walkthrough of my me album when I was doing summer scrapbooking goals, and I have now finished it. It is literally bursting, and you can see it comes all the way over to here, which I mean is not ideal when you have ring albums. So I really don't know if I should keep this in one album, but we'll see. I still wanted to show you guys what it looks like May through December. Now this album that was on top, this is January through April, and I already have a walkthrough on my channel of this album. So that means the entire year of 2022 is done, which is very exciting. I also thought that maybe I could bind this album into two sections, just like I did for this Project Life album. Just get some coils and then bound it, but I don't know, that might be a lot of work. So let's get started on taking a peek into my album. I probably, if I do keep the album the way it is, I will put a transparency or something right here that indicates that it's May. This is kind of just a hodgepodge everyday type page that I did as part of my series Scrapbooking with Friends on Instagram. My friend Shannon Pages, she had this template, and so I used it, and I love it. Next up, I did a layout to kind of show my space using a ScrappinHappy Studio printable kit along with some coordinating embellishments, and I even used a ton of sequins. So a lot of fun to put together this page. Then I document a hike using a Tracy Reed kit that I absolutely love, definitely an all-time favorite kit that she did. I did a cluster trail down the side, and then also did a very large insert with a large photo and then a pocket page. I also love to document my workouts, and this one in particular because I had done this pose a year prior, I believe, and so it was amazing to see the difference and how far I have come with my working out. I think I had just got a new flower stamp or something, so I decided to go all out with the flowers, and I think I might have gotten a little carried away, but that's okay. I had fun making it, which is the point. I then did some more hiking photos, but this time talked more about just seeking simple and what I appreciate, and as I get older, I appreciate the simpler things. So really enjoyed making this project. Then I have another little page, just a one page, using a printable kit from Quirky Heart Designs, Michelle. I just took a selfie and then layered on a bunch of different die cuts and even some clear stickers with messy paint behind it. Used a Retrohip Mama printable kit to document what I was listening to at the time. Very simple page, and I think I just threw this together because this page on the back of it was already done. So I wanted to have something here, and so I decided to just document my playlist, which I hadn't done yet. This page that was already done is another Tracy Reed page. I had taken some selfies and decided to scrapbook them with this really pretty kit with the yellows and oranges and pinks, and then pops of black. And then I have a few ScrappinHappy Studio flares. That wraps up May, and I always like to take the end of the month and do some sort of wrap up, whether that's one photo, a collage, or something like that. So here I did a collage, and at the time I didn't realize that I'd already used this photo, but instead of swapping it out, I just kept it. Then I also love to do opening pages, and so I did a June opening page using an Erica Rose stamp set. Very simple page, and I put this page together recently, and so I really didn't go for elaborate. That was not my goal with this page. More hiking pages. This one was featured in a big picture class all about digital stamping in a gradient. I then did some more documenting of the same hike but different photos, and this time I copied my friend, or kind of took her idea of stitching, Jessica Upton, again part of my Scrapbooking with Friends challenge on Instagram. Another fun summer themed page is going to the beach with my bestie and using a Tracy Reed kit, and I even added some, what is that called, Nuvo drops to the flowers to give them just a little extra sparkle. The next page uses the surprise kit, and I'm pretty sure that this was a scrap lift. I really loved how there was this tic-tac-toe page. I believe that's a printable somewhere. I just don't know where. And I wanted to talk about how I embrace going with the flow, especially when it comes to summer. And I had this photo of myself, so I just stretched it across both pages. And I mean, I could have stopped right there and then not included part of the door, but I included the whole door, and then a piece of the patterned paper right there. Another page I just recently finished up was this week in the life page. I had done these like photo strips using an app called PicFrame, and they're not even printed very well. I may reprint them through Persnickety or something because the coloring is off. But I took my favorite photos about myself during week in the life and just printed them out and included them here because I'd already had this page here. This is an Everyday Explorers page, and she had just come out with the product where you have currently exploring, and then I did a picture, currently listening, and then I did music, and then of course what we were watching. And I have no idea why I did the photos upside down, maybe because I'm thinking you go like this, but, and then a book I was reading. I did several books, and then I just did like an overview of the week. Not my favorite project. I don't think it came together the way that I intended, but you know, you know how I am. I wanted to try it out and I put it together, and I'm not gonna like chuck it or throw it away. I'm just gonna tell you guys that it's not my favorite, but made it anyways. Page documenting how I was making a scrapbook class. I wound up doing 2 this particular summer. I did 5 ways to use digital stamps, and then the second one was all about October and breaking October down into 13 stories. So I was really busy this particular summer. The end of the month is another collage using PicFrame, and I just stuck with black, keeping it neutral with labels here and a cluster label there. This is a Document 365 kit from Ashley Horton, and I just documented myself and what I was looking forward to going into the month. Then I document some reading with the Syncopation Designs printable kit, and I tried making my own flowers. It was fun to make. Not sure if it came out the way I wanted. I think I could have probably stretched it into 2 pages, and that might have made the flowers look better. I remember reading this book. It was a Penny Reed book, and I absolutely loved it, and I was having such a great time reading while my son was playing with friends. Another Document 365 page. This time it was the June kit, and I just pulled all the blues and greens to document this selfie at the pool. More hike photos, this time kind of focusing on how much I love being outside and just loving this photo that my husband got, and a few others right here. Next up is a Quirky Heart Designs page with some printables, and I think this page was just a simple page to put together since I wanted something on the back of here, and I'd already done this page. This page was Allie Edwards products, and I just talked about my dental surgery that I had to have. There's nothing on the back, and I did not go back and try to figure out what could go there. This one was really fun to make. I made it a long time ago for an Everyday Explorers assignment, and I used a Carrie Styles stamp with this really cool like retro wave design, and then I just stuck with monochromatic blue and stamped on some cardstock. Next page is definitely a favorite too. I scrap lifted Ali Edwards for the Good Story Kit. There was this paper here, and then Ali Edwards took 6 photos and put them into kind of a grid, and I decided to do that as well since, you know, July turned out to be kind of rough towards the end with my dental surgery, so it was good to look for the good, and love how this page came together. Another fun July page was when I was able to like eat a real meal, and so I got to go out to dinner with my husband, and I used the Stories by the Month kit with the pinks and yellows and oranges. Really love how this one came together, and it's a design that I need to repeat. That's something that's been on my mind lately, is different designs that I've come up with throughout the years and which ones I could potentially repeat. Finishing up July with this recap page, definitely not what I normally do, right? I usually do a collage of some type, but July has always been a really amazing month for reading, like upwards of 15 books. And so I decided to just document that and use fireworks stamps and some books there, and just had fun putting this one together. Moving on to August, I played off of this journaling card that I punched some shapes from, and then just stamped lots of clusters to start off August. The next page is totally looks like fall, right? But it's actually August. My mom came to visit from Missouri, and I had a really pretty kit from Mandy Ford, and I decided to use that kit since it went so well with the photos. And then there was like a car in the background, so I used the beautiful florals to make a large cluster and kind of take up that negative space. Another hike page. I think this was a scrap lift from somebody. I don't remember who, but I took one of the shapes and I made it into a mask, I believe, and then I was able to include several of the photos and also do some digital stamping right there, and just documented a hike that we went on at the end of August. Wrapping up August with a collage page, very simple and quick and to the point, with some chipboard and really bright colors playing off of my book, drink, and my friend's clothes. For September, I found this photo and decided to go with neutrals and then just a little bit of like that sage green, and talk about how it is a season of change since school is starting, and very simple. And I like how I did the diagonal design. This was such a fun page to put together. I was part of the Story Kit Crush for the kit whole on Instagram, and I don't remember when, but I used this kit to document different pieces of September and just put it in a grid using this space as kind of a blank spot, and then just drawing out what each of those slices means. And I love how it came together. Next up is just the end. There was nothing else here in September, and I wasn't going to add more pages, because if you remember, I started really focusing on getting this finished in March, so I was not going to add pages to this. Since I had this page already done, I decided to just carry the theme of spooky season, because these photos were taken at the end of September. I couldn't help but decorate, so I used Mandy Ford die cuts and then some various stamps. This one also uses Everyday Explorers, but Studio Calico for the pumpkins and ScrappinHappy Studio for the flares. Another fun hike page, I used a full photo and then a digital stamp there. Lots of clustering for the different leaves and a flip up to talk about the hike. I then tried something different. I really liked these cards here, and I think they're crate paper, and I believe I printed them out. And I just laid them down here and then did vertical photos up here to kind of document the everyday in October, and used lots of ScrappinHappy Studio flares and stamping. So really something different to try, and I kind of like how it turned out. Also love documenting leaves at least once in the fall, and Tracy Reed had come out with a really pretty kit about the season, and I had this cut file from the cut shop, so I put it all together, and I believe this has a process video as well. But I love collecting leaves and making a rainbow of leaves, at least, like I said, once during the season. Finishing October with a collage page here. I just used PicFrame, the app, and then just shrunk down the collages in Photoshop Elements to the size I wanted. And then, of course, created 3 different clusters. This is the start of November, and I forgot to put November on here somewhere, so I might go back and do that. But it's just a full page photo from a hike, and then pop dotted our photo. Documenting some more leaves, this time with ColorCast Designs products. I really just let the leaves speak for themselves and kept it very simple. This was a page for a Studio Calico assignment. I got the kit, and I was the guest designer, and I also got the stamp set, which was all about adventure. And so I documented this hike, used this full photo, and then 3 photos here, and used the frame to do some stamping. Definitely a favorite page too. I finished up November with another grid page. I included a lot more photos since I don't think, yeah, I really didn't do an everyday page in November. So a very big collage, and I had photos with both my kids, my husband, and my best friend. So that was fun to have those as my focal photos. This was part of the Allie Edwards December daily team, I think. And I used a really skinny photo and then these tags to discuss like what's going to happen in December and what I love about December. Next up, I did a page about making in December, which I love. This turned out fantastic. I played off of the colors in my outfit, so I changed a lot of the colors from the kit. I think several word strips have fallen off of this page, so I might need to check that, but this turned out so good. This next page was part of the product play using the stencils, and I did some jelly plate printing and then just made a pocket page with all like the people photos from the month. This one I just recently did. It's documenting the everyday, and the reason I didn't leave this blank like I did for the page in July is because I wanted to throw in some more everyday photos. So I copied the same idea with the tags and then just did a main photo over here and a synopsis of like the month. This last page I came up with from Allie Edwards' class, and I wanted to document my feet from all the different seasons. So had a lot of fun putting that together and stamping on the sides and making the little clusters of embellishments. Last page, super simple. I just took a photo. I had this, I don't know what this is. It's a large sticker that says now. I'm not sure if it's vinyl or sticker. I don't know what it is, but it was perfect. Put it right there. And then I just did some stickers and called it done. And wow, this album is amazing. I'm so proud of myself for not only like documenting myself, but also just finishing a project. It feels so good when you finish a project, right? Well, I hope you guys have enjoyed seeing this walkthrough. I would love a thumbs up or a subscribe if you are new to my channel. Have a great day. Bye.